Oh, I'm at the pulmonology room tour. Love this picture. Door. It's the broncho thing. He's probably gonna come in any minute. Where you do your hands, where you lay down. All the breathing medicines. And I took a picture of this. Gloves for your convenience. Sink. Ooh, purple. And here's my purse. I'm gonna tell you something about the oncologist I did not like. Okay, I am definitely going to record this, so I'm gonna pause this, and as soon as he comes in, I will record. Again, I'm at the pulmonary Doctor. I don't want him to think I'm crazy and talking to myself. Okay. I wanted to come this way because I wanted to show you where me and hubby used to live. You hear me talk about we used to live in a refurbished barn. Well, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to pass by it. I mean, I'm not going to go there. Somebody's living there, unfortunately. And why did we move out of the refurbished brand new barn? Well, the inside was brand new. Because Mom passed, for those who don't know, when Mom passed away, Dad wanted me and hubby to move in. I mean, he was even afraid for me to leave him for 5 minutes. I said, I'm gonna go to the dollar store. Well, how long are you gonna be gone? I mean, and frantic. He doesn't remember any of this. So he says, he sat me down and he's like, I want you and Rob to move in. No sense me living in this big house. Well, it's not really that big, but it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. A lot bigger than where we're living now. 2 bathrooms. My dream. Anyways, that lasted maybe a year and a half, I don't know. It took us forever to get an apartment. He had I'm just gonna put it short and sweet. His anger was over the top. I mean, over the top. We couldn't sleep. It was bad. It was really, really, really bad. So we had to move out. And here we are, living in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, tiny apartment. But because we have a roof over our heads. But anyways, in a way, I miss the barn. And in a way, I don't. Inside was nice. Like I said, it was all brand new. The owner did an excellent job. But outside, the owner likes to collect old trucks. So our area was real pretty. I had flowers and chickens, and it was really cute. People would pull up and say, oh my God, this is so cute. Strangers would pull up and ask for an address and say, oh my God, this is so cute. You never realize. And in back, there was a, not a pond, but whatever you want to call it. There was water with rocks rushing through it. You know that sound? If you know that wonderful soothing sound, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm tired and I am so hot. He has the air conditioning. I know I've said this before, on 78. 78. He's got a blanket, long pants, two shirts on. Ay. And then living in a loft, that's where me and hubby stayed, in the loft. That's even hotter. And there was a air conditioning up there. But I'll never forget this. One day, he's like, Shell, I'm coming up. I'm like, Dad, I'm just getting out of the shower. Of course, he didn't hear. And I had to put a towel around me real fast. I'm like, what? I'm getting dressed. I'm not even dressed. He said, well, I'm pulling that air conditioning out. I was like, why? And at that time, it was get close to winter time, so we didn't even really use it. Because I don't want it there, because we got a brand new roof and I don't want it to mess up the roof. I was like, oh my God. Why? So it was bad. Anyways, the barn is coming up soon. But yeah, I used to, so see, I hope you can see. See the red barn with the white roof? That's the neighbor. So that barn has animals in it, okay? He owns all this property. I'll try to slow down. There's nobody in back of me. So the smell, I wasn't too keen of. But this barn right there is where we lived. And I used to live in that brown, before, when I first moved here, I lived in a little brown, I call it a cabin, but it was really a mobile home. But I fixed it up really cute. Okay, just wanted to share that with you. Now you know what I'm talking about when I say refurbished barn. Hello, my strong family. Today is Saturday. I said, let me make sure I got all my ducks in a row, and I forgot what day it was. I know it's Saturday. It is Saturday, July 20th, 24. So I'm going over my week, starting from last Monday, which was, let me get my notes. I actually have notes, so I don't be like, duh. As if I can read them. See? Oh, July 15th. July 15th is when I went to the oncologist to get the results for my CAT scan. And on that CAT scan, it did show that the cancer grew. It's in the same spot. I don't know where, I don't know what to, well, I know what I want to say, but what I want to say, I can't say. And I'm really, really upset about it. I really am. And that's all I can say, because I could speak for myself. But when I was at the oncologist, well, we'll get to that later. There's a few things I want to share with you. I know I shared it. No, please, voice, no, don't do this to me, voice. There's a few things I want to share with you. As my older subscribers know, by that I don't mean age. I mean, if you've been with me for a while and following my journey, I'm the type of person that loves to support all kinds of cancer, number one. Number two, I'm a research fanatic. Maybe a little too much, but you know, the more you know, the more you know. So I wanted to share with you, and there's a few new ones that I just joined, of places that you can go on the internet, of course, to help you along your journey, if you're, no matter what kind of cancer it is. There is two, we'll just go through it. So go to for lung cancer. I know I should have wrote this over because it's all scriggly, but go to for lung cancer is lung cancer. So that's very informative. There's another one, livingwithlungcancer.net, I believe. And on there, yes, if you go to lungcancer.net, you can sign up, and there's a whole community there, very loving community, and you can talk about your lung cancer. You don't have to. And they also have doctors on there that you could read. They're always trying to make things better for us, whether it be anything. research. So I highly recommend them because it's a twofold. It's a community that you can join, or you don't have to join. You can just watch me. Or you could just read what the doctors and researchers have to say about the next step and all that. Okay, so that's the two that I've had for quite a while. I have two new ones. Survivor.net. Survivor.net is a whole array of different illnesses. So if you don't have cancer, but you're living with a chronic illness, Survivor.net might be a great one for you. And they do talk about cancers, but they talk about all kinds of chronic illnesses. That's a very new one that I subscribe to. Let's see, what else? So go-to for lung cancer and Survivor.net and lungcancer.net. And when you go on lungcancer.net, they have like my team, and you get to pick, once you sign up, you get to pick, like, say I live right around the corner for you. Oh, she lives right around the corner and she's got lung cancer, you know, and then you get to put her or him on your team. So it's very informative, number one, and it helps you. Or I hope it helps you. I really do. Okay, so we talked about that. Oh, another thing before I forget, because, you know, Michelle's brain. And look, I got my new glasses on today. And no, I still didn't go get them fixed. They're still sliding off, but I figured I'd wear them just for you. I still want to send prayers out for Mary White and her father. So if you pray, or if you don't pray, if you do, send good juju vibes, whatever you do. Mary White and her father. And also Stacy, if you're watching, I haven't heard from you in a while, and I'm a little worried. So if you're not feeling good, I totally understand. Just give me a heart or any kind of emoji you like. A heart or a butterfly, my two favorite things. Oh, we just want to know that you're doing okay. And if you have a prayer request, put it down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if you want to share your story, please do. If you want to private message me through my email is always on the community page. So if you don't want the whole world to see what you're writing, please email me. And I won't share it unless you want me to. So that's down there. And I think that's about it. So when I get done with this video, I'm going to upload the week starting from Monday when I went to the oncologist and pulmonary doctor. I got lucky because I was just thinking in my head, maybe this video, between this video and Monday's video, I might have to shorten it or maybe make it into 2 parts. So I just want you to be aware of that, because there's a lot of it I can't put on here. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? Well, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so, that's what I was going to say. So I knew Monday I had to go to the oncologist to get my CAT scan results, right? And so it just so happens, I said, Michelle, why don't you call the pulmonary doctor? Because as some of you may know, when I had a pulmonary doctor appointment, I went there and he had an emergency. And you know, we all have emergencies. So I forgive him, even though I had to travel to not another state, Michelle, another county. It's not that far, 45 minutes. You know, like I could afford the gas, but it is what it is. We all have life, you know, but that little thing that always hangs here, it's called life. It always seems to want to knock you down or throw you around or whatever it does, whatever it feels like doing that day, it's going to do. So I was lucky. They said, you know what, Michelle, we had a cancellation at 2, but that might be a little close because my oncologist appointment was at 1. I said, no, I think I could make it because first of all, it's right around the corner. And second of all, usually I'm not there that long. She was okay, and if you can't make it, just call us, no problem. The girl at the front desk is very nice. And whatever I said about the pulmonologist that I wasn't sure about him, I really like him. You know, sometimes you have to give people a couple chances to get to know you, to get to know them. Maybe they were having a bad day. Maybe they got family problems, you know. Maybe his wife left him. We don't know. So we have to give people grace. And I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. And he sat down with me and explained everything to me. First of all, I couldn't remember if I had asthma or emphysema. My stepmother had emphysema. He said, no, Michelle, you have asthma. Okay, so I got a new prescription, and I got 2 new inhalers, and they work really, really good, not wheezing. So that's good. And so I told him that I just came from the oncologist, and he pulled up my CAT scan, and he actually explained things to me. He said, this is going to be a hard one, Michelle. Something I didn't know about endocarcinoma is that it doesn't always light up. I did not know that. And he showed me, it was really cool. And after I left, I said, darn, I wish I would have asked him if I could take, because he was showing me on his computer, there's a graft. When you take a CAT scan, now it may be different for you, it may be different for other countries, but this is how it was in my country, in the U.S., at my doctor's in Georgia. He pulled it up, and there's a graft. So when you get a CAT scan, or when I got a CAT scan, we'll say, it has yellow. So when it lights up, the yellow is good. And then it goes to green. Green means, yes, you got cancer. And then there's a red line. And red means you really got, you know, it's really lighting up. It's angry that day. That's my philosophy. It's angry that day. He said, you did have 33 rounds of radiation back in 23. He said it could be inflammation. But then again, it grew. Inflammation really isn't going to grow. He said, and endocarcinoma doesn't always light up the way you want it to light up. So it's going to be, this is his words, it's going to be tricky to find out about this cancer. Did it grow? Is it scar tissue? He said the only really way to find out is get another biopsy. Not that I want another biopsy, but there's none scheduled right now. He said, let's see what your oncologist says, and I'll see you in 3 months. So, thank you, doctor. I know he's not watching this. I love a doctor that can take their time, because we know, or you should know, that your insurance company dictates how long they could stay with you. And the norm is 15 minutes in the U.S. I don't know how it is in your country. If you know, let me know. I'm curious. You know, I'm a curious person. So that was that. I did record a little bit But, you know, it was long and was in depth. And I didn't ask. I will never record unless I ask. So let's get back to the oncologist. He walked in, he shook my hand as always. This is the third time I've seen him. So I seen him the first time when I got first diagnosed back in 22. It was actually when I actually got to see the oncologist. By that time, it was December of 22. My first option was, let's just recap. My first option was to get my lobe removed, and I didn't want to go for that. First of all, the hospital that I had to go through was 3.5 hours away, with hubby being on dialysis. It's just way too messy for me to handle. And I felt like my body wasn't strong enough for that, to be perfectly honest. Especially at that time, I just had ankle surgery. You know, I'm always having surgeries. Anyways, so his second opinion was then radiation. So I went with the radiation. They wanted to do the radiation where you just go in there 3 times, zap it. But he said that it was too close to my spinal cord. Now, when I was going through the radiation and they were setting me all up, the really nice man, he's some kind of scientific person who said, make sure everything is set up. He said it was too close to my heart, so maybe it's too close to everything. I don't know. So when he walked in the door, you know, he shook my hand, and I said, before we get started, would you mind if I record this? He said, absolutely. And I told him, you know, I want to put it on YouTube to spread awareness. Absolutely not. Okay. So I feel really bad that I can't record this. I mean, I can't put it on here. I really feel bad. You feel me? All right. Calm down. Woosah, Michelle. Woosah. And then, you know, I started thinking, because I watch a lot of cancer, all cancer. I like to support all cancers, not just lung cancer. You really don't see them recording at the doctor's office. I may have seen a few a while back. So maybe it's a thing that they're not allowed to do it. But, you know, this is my journey, my story. And if I can help one person, you know, I wasn't going to show his face. You know, I had my phone. That's my phone, but I got the cheap Hunahana out because I wanted to read you something. Down, well, there is a camera here. But it was a big fat no. So needless to say, I was a little upset that day. And I'm trying to say, Michelle, you know, maybe that's the law. I don't know. It's a stupid law. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? Let me know. I'm curious. Especially the ones that have been around for a while, you know. I don't think you mind me saying your name, Francine. Francine, you've been through this for a while. What do you think about it? Have you ever asked a doctor, specifically your oncologist, can I film this? And he said no. I'm just curious of other people's, if they even asked. I don't know. I hope you're doing well, Francine. I'm always thinking of you. I wish you lived closer. Gosh, I need a girlfriend. I feel that I sounded desperate then. I'm not desperate. These are my friends. These are my friends here. Look. They're paints, they're watercolors. I'm going to do watercolor today. So what else went on? I don't think that's... So next month I go and get my PET scan. Then next month, August, I got a really, really busy month. First week, I get my girls checked. Don't forget to get your girls checked. And you men, don't forget to get your men checked. Because you too can get cancer in the man cancer boobs. I don't know what you call them. So that's the first week. Then the second week, I go to the VA with my dad. That's going to be an interesting ride. And I will take you along because it's a beautiful mountain that we've never been to. There was something on here I wanted to read. And then the end of the month, I go to... Watch, this thing isn't going to open now. I go to... Jesus. Towards the end of the month, in August, I go for my PET scan, and then the following week, I go to the oncologist. And he said, we'll take it from there. My feelings at this point in time, and being it's so small, I think, he didn't really mention anything about size. I'm trying to think if he did. No, I'm pretty sure he didn't. I don't think I'm going to do anything. I think I'll just continue getting checked every 6 months. If 3 to 6 months, it's usually 6 months. And just take it from there because I don't want to go through any of the treatment right now. I've got Dad to keep an eye on. He was here yesterday. He could barely walk. Well, you know that, but it's getting worse. And I'm so afraid one day he's not going to be able to walk. And I don't even want to think about that. Okay, here we go. So this is go-to for lung cancer. I also like they sent me, take action, help advocate the Woman and Lung Cancer Act. So I just wanted to read this too if you want to do this. I did it. I also do it for the MAID. I get emails all the time from them. It's HR 4534, the Woman and Lung Cancer Prevention Services Act of 2023. This is 2024, but I just got this, so. Is gaining momentum this year, okay. And Congress must continue to support and fight against lung cancer. Amen. And all cancers. The bill shines bright light. Let me read that again. The bill shines a bright light on the unique impact of lung cancer has on women, urging for improved awareness. Where did I leave off? Awareness, research, and accessing to screening. That's what I talk about, early detection. Screening, get your CAT scan, that's what they're talking about. Anonymously passed out of the House Committee on Energy and Commerce. They have a lot of, you can write to your Congress, and all you got to do is press this button here. Come on, lighting. Come on, lighting. Okay, it's not going to work. Anyways, if you go to for lung cancer, you can read that. It says take action. And it's also about air, and it could go on and on. And they're also on Facebook. I don't know what this X thing is. Do you have X? I'm curious. I've heard great things about the X. Why is this lighting? And I'm afraid to touch the screen because now I look orange. Anyways, maybe I am orange today. Maybe that's my aura. Orange. Okay, just kidding. All right, guys. It's almost 25 minutes, so I'm going to upload this video today. And maybe I'll put it up today. I'll probably put it up today, yeah. Okay? All right, I love you guys. We're all stronger together. Stay strong. Please get your CAT scan. There was a new strong member. Thank you for all my new subscribers. We're almost there. It's like creeping 1,000. Come on, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think I've got 4 or 5 more subscribers to hit 1,000. And you say, well, what do you get? Well, I don't know. I think I get more things I could do on here. I really don't know. I lost my... I don't know. I know I don't get plaque, so that's out. I don't know. Maybe I get a pat on the shoulder. Good job, Shell. All right, guys. I love you. Stay strong. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. There was a new subscriber on here. She has never heard of the low-dose CAT scan. And it warmed my heart to say, yes, I am making a difference. I am spreading awareness. Here is someone that knew nothing about it. And that's really up to her doctor. I don't know whether she goes to the doctor like I do every 4 months, the regular primary doctor. You know, that's their job too. But if you've never smoked, if you don't have a history of lung cancer, more than likely they're not going to say anything to you. But if you feel that you want one, I would strongly suggest that you say, hey, I want a low-dose CAT scan because I want to know what's going on in my lungs. I want to have peace of mind knowing that I don't have lung cancer. Or I want to have peace of mind knowing that I caught it early. And that was in my case. Because I'd still be walking around like, duh. Well, maybe I always walk around like that, but I probably do. All right, guys. I love you. Stay strong. We are all stronger together. Together. Catch it. Oh, what do you think of I got a butterfly on my head today. Okay. Love yous. Have a good week. And there goes.